Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today I'm just going to do a quick update and a kind of currently reads video, as well as a mid-month stats kind of thing, just because I haven't been able to make as many videos, and it's a good way to sort of quick recap all the millions of things I've been reading. And yes, you're not crazy, I did get a haircut back to my usual super short style, and I'm perfectly pleased with that, even though my ears were freezing when I walked out of the salon. So first up, my currently reading. I am currently in the process of reading 2 books and listening to 1 audiobook. I am currently reading 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. This is part of my project TBR, which, if you don't know what that is, it was started by Benjamin over Benjamin of Tomes, and I will link it down below. Basically, the whole idea is to try and cut down on your TBR pile by reading it, and that's proving pretty good for me so far, I'm not gonna lie. This is a book that I got last year and just never got the chance to read. It has probably the most beautiful cover I have ever seen. I am currently on page 40. I'm on page 40, so I'm not very far, but I'm gonna hopefully keep reading this and we'll see what happens. Next, I am also reading Fever Dream by George R.R. Martin. This is actually a novel he wrote with vampires in it, from what I've heard, and I'm really excited about this one. I'm currently on page 42. It's taking place in, I'm imagining the South, but I can't explain why. They keep talking about Louisville and stuff like that. I don't know. I imagine it kind of down south near Nolans and stuff like that, but whatever the case, this is his vampire novel, which I needed some George R. R. Martin in the wake of the fact that none of us have Winds of Winter yet. We will probably never get that book until 2016 at the earliest, but hey, whatever. And the book that I'm listening to is Cleopatra, A Life by Stacy Schiff, as read by Robin Miles. This is obviously a biography of the famed Cleopatra. I kind of made I promised myself to read some more non-fiction, because I think sometimes I miss out, and most of the non-fiction that I like is ancient history and mythology and stuff like that, so I figured I would jump in and just read about a figure really about whom I don't know all that much. Even when I studied Latin, we didn't really go into Cleopatra. I mean, she's Greek/Egyptian heritage, so not necessarily that of ancient Rome, as much as she played a very large role during the rise of the Caesarean line. We didn't study her all that much, so it's a chance for me to learn a bit more about her, separate her from all the myth best I can. And now let's get into some stats. I didn't make a video for it, but if you're friends with me on Goodreads, you know that my Goodreads goal for 2015 is 365 novels, novellas, short stories, issues of manga, graphic novels, etc, etc. Yes, I was challenged by a friend to read 365, which effectually means I need to read at least 1 book a day. That's very difficult for me. So what ends up happening is I usually binge read on the weekends, and I'll go through 8 books in 2 days, and then not read for 5. I don't know if that's the brightest way to do it, but that's the way I'm doing it. So far in January, I have read a grand total of 29 books. But yes, since it is the 13th and I've already read 29 books, that puts me very far ahead of schedule, and I want to keep it that way. So let's hope that I finish these 3 books that I'm currently reading so I can just keep going. I will have to do a video that's my TBR shaming again, because I have quite a few new books that got on there recently, and all of which are very similar to my copy of Fever Dream in that they're what are known as strips. They're all missing their front cover. But yes, that is it from me today, you guys, and so until next time, cheers.